Hello, Seiiti Arata. Be careful with influencers that talk about acceptance and the practice of detachment. If you follow the advice of those influencers too much, you may suffer from a lack of assertiveness, especially if you're going through a difficult time with real problems. It may be that the influencer talking about acceptance didn't communicate well, or perhaps you misinterpreted the message. But it is not very productive to be spending time here trying to figure out who's to blame. Let's focus on the danger and the practical effects it has on your life. The danger exists if you believe that acceptance and detachment mean abandoning your dreams, ignoring your feelings, and swallowing abuse and unpleasant situations. To avoid this danger, you need to identify when the ideas of acceptance, gratitude, and detachment become toxic. There are problems that acceptance and gratitude and detachment do not solve. If you ignore certain problems, your life can get worse. If you take the teachings of acceptance and detachment too literally, you may end up forgetting your own needs. You may also ignore types of problems that actually become more serious over time. There are cases when it is important to act quickly to avoid a problem becoming bigger and causing more damage in your life. Now, the wrong thing to do here is to interpret the teachings of acceptance and detachment literally and forget about your own needs. Imagine a leak that starts to damage your kitchen wall. Or imagine your boss having days where he's abusive and screams at you. Or imagine having a friend asking you for money and every time asking for a bigger amount and never pay you back. So then someone comes to you and say, you have to accept it. It will hurt to less. Well, then you accept and you stop taking action and all these problems become bigger and bigger. So no matter how hard you try to become a calm person, practicing gratitude and acceptance and detachment, there are times when it only makes your life worse. There needs to be a healthy balance between acceptance and action to make improvements. So maybe now you feel a little bit confused. How can I be detached and have gratitude and accept reality and also try and change my life and get rid of a problem or reach my dream? The tip is this: you need clarity. Realize that your dreams and fears are real, and you need to accept it. Understand that your needs are real, and therefore, they also need to be accepted. Change and acceptance are not opposing ideas. They're complementary. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up on your dreams and desires or ignoring your fears and aversions. Acceptance means recognizing and accepting these feelings and desires as a starting point for you to make positive changes in your life. So don't suppress your desires. Don't pretend that the things you hate are acceptable. Your needs are real, and they need to be accepted. For instance, you are in a bad relationship due to lack of assertiveness in your communication. First of all, accept it. But use that acceptance to create a plan where you develop skills to communicate better and initiate change. Be careful not to invalidate your need for change, as this is a little bit like you're not taking yourself seriously. When you focus solely on the acceptance, you're disregarding your need for change. It is like you are not a priority to yourself. If you're going through severe suffering and you feel that your current situation is unbearable, first, you must accept it. But true acceptance doesn't mean to ignore the problem. It is wrong to accept the problem and let it worsen your life day by day. The right thing to do is to accept that this is indeed an unbearable problem, and then choose a solution. You have three main healthy options. You can, number one, get out of the situation. Number two, you can change the situation. Or number three, you move on. In other words, you invest in your learning, you acquire skills, then you can keep improving to solve the problem. Now, the dangerous option would be to passively accept an unbearable situation. This is only going to harm you more and more in the long run. Accepting the situation is the first step. Then you have to accept what your needs are. So acceptance doesn't mean that you can't have goals or you can't work to make changes in your life. Rather, it means acknowledging your reality as it is, without judgment, without denying reality. On this journey, it is important to understand what your real needs are. That way, you can take actions aligned with your values and goals. For example, if you have the desire to change your communication style and improve your relationships, that may include accepting that at the moment you don't express yourself in the way you would like to. At the same time, you have to recognize that these current characteristics don't make you any less worthy of being happy. Nothing that you identify as a weakness should be reducing your value as a human, as a person. So be careful with excessive and destructive self-criticism. Avoid negative judgment or feeling of shame or inadequacy. Simply accept who you are today, where you are right now. And also accept that you have a sincere desire to change. The first step is to accept the reality of the situation as it is and its impact on your life, instead of denying the problem, minimizing the problem. The next step would be to recognize that you want to be different. It is okay. Only then you will be able to implement the necessary actions and at the same time feel good and happy during the process. Acceptance is not synonymous with passivity or giving up on your dreams and desires. On the contrary, it is the starting point to take action and make positive changes in your life. Recognize and accept the feelings and needs to create the life that you want. If you need specific help to communicate your needs assertively, now I invite you to watch the How to Say No training by going to arata.se/How to Say No.